What's up, family? Here's another one, man. I feel like I'm coming to you with such somber type of vlogs, but yeah, thumbnail was right. I quit my job. I want to dive into kind of this journey with you, what led me to this point, and what I believe is next, what I believe in God to be next. So let's jump into it today. Hey family, so back again. Gave you kind of the intro, but yeah, it is what it is, man. I quit my job. So those that may not know, because I know my channel is mainly cars, all that. I'm gonna do something a little bit different because I need to kind of tell you what's next and what to kind of expect from me, as I wasn't necessarily kind of planning this out, but it got to the point to where it needs to make a decision. But I am by occupation, I'm a licensed nursing home administrator. I've been doing this for quite some time. Family friends know I've been in the healthcare arena ever since I graduated from K-State with my human resource management degree, and then pursued my MBA from Mid-American Nazarene, but started off as an office manager, then eventually just kind of worked my way up different companies and to end up at my current position where I was at which would have been in August, this August, 6 years. So, for the past, I want to say 2 or 3 years, I kind of been thinking about, what's next. Enjoyed what I did to a degree of being able to impact people, being able to touch the lives of people. But it wasn't necessarily something that I saw myself doing I've been in it for a long time, been at that position for a while, but for like a lifetime, like a career job where I'm just there, don't see myself ever leaving. It was never like that, and that was never the intent. And kind of stayed on board for a while, stayed there for a little while, worked through things. Love being a leader. It is very challenging, but again, love impacting people. And I believe that's one of the things that God has called me to, is to touch people, right? No matter where I'm at, whether that's work, church, mentor programs. Back then, it's always been about people and my passion to try to make people better as I become better and navigate things. So, the past several months have been a roller coaster of a journey for me. If you haven't seen I think it was my daughter's birthday vlog where I kind of made the kind of announcement that I was going to be taking a break for a while, and it's been just a lot of things happening with me that have caused me to kind of look within in a lot of different ways and really dig deeper in my relationship with God and kind of what is Justin supposed to be doing, what is Justin supposed to be like, trying to find this freedom of being happy, and although I know every day is not roses, but like being happy with yourself, being ultimately happy with life, being fulfilled, being purpose driven, and not just kind of just showing up every day and going through a routine or a ritual of things, but ultimately not being really fulfilled on the inside. And that's where I've been at for a while, just kind of the ritual of things, especially work, just kind of toughing out, being exhausted, but not really being fulfilled at the end of the day. And with this process of, God working on me through things, and let me just kind of pause here and hopefully I'll keep it together. But God is everything. He's been everything to me in this journey, and it's that song Yet, and Maverick City has one. Maverick City, whoever is by, but it's called Yet, and it's just God, please don't give up on me yet. Summarizing, I know I'm not the best, but please don't give up on me yet. And God has not given up on me. He did not. And it's such a humbling experience to when others may have. It's a I don't want to say lonely or isolated, but it's a kind of feeling of you know that God is kind of working on you self, and you can kind of feel the change. You're seeking Him for the change, and your perception and everything just kind of starts to alter. Not to say perfection automatically sets in, but you know that God is working on you, and the comfort and the peace to know that He hasn't given up on you, right? Different opinions, people may have different opinions about you, but to know that God is a solid force that has not given up on you, especially when you come to Him with a repentant heart, with the brokenness to say, help me, right? It's this cry for help, like, God, please help me because I'm lost. And been in this kind of, trance of things that just kind of felt like my mind was everywhere, life was everywhere. But as, God started to work and started to kind of piece things within me together, and still is, like to the day of doing this video, I've come a long way, but so far to go. And He's continued to work on me, but as that starts to happen, and as it's kind of like you're walking, and it's like my 3-year-old daughter Harper running in front of me, but if I'm the guide and she's running in front, she may not know what pitfalls she needs to avoid, because she's kind of left my hand. And right now I'm just in this posture of, I don't want to leave God's hand at all. I want to continue to be right beside Him and kind of feel His hand. So, I don't necessarily know right, left, front, but I just know every day I'm trying to keep close to His hand and hold His hand to allow Him to, so if He tugs left, I know, okay, I need to go left. And with evaluating current job and where I was at, it just, different things happened where it became evident. It got real uncomfortable for me, extremely uncomfortable. And I don't count it a bad thing, but I count it just as a nudge to say, you know what, it's time to do something a little bit different. So, this path of kind of searching and looking, and filled out something that honestly I forgot about that I even filled out, but they end up calling kind of a few weeks later, and after multiple conversations, I end up saying yes, and kind of let's take the next steps. But here's the thing that's scary for me, is it's outside of my field. So it's not in healthcare anymore. It's actually in the insurance field. So and now in the process, or at the time I'm filming this video, and I'm at the church, I guess it's kind of befitting for everything. I just got done doing some filming, and I was like, you know what, let me stay and just kind of talk to you all. But at the time of filming this, I have my final test here in a few days that I'm confident that I'll pass, because I'm putting in the work, and with the guidance of God, will of course pass that test. But becoming a insurance agent with Former, so be contracting with them, have my own agency and do that, which sounds great, but the truth of it is, this is a step of faith for me, because I've never done it before. Never done this before. I know on the consumer end, right, insurance and all about that, but never done it before on this end. I'm used to what we call a false sense of security, right? Every 2 weeks, I know what my check is going to be, know what I got coming in. This is an entrepreneurial step for me, because there's no guarantees, right? There's no guarantees to say this is what it's going to be this month or this month. There's ups and downs, and those entrepreneurs know. If you've been an entrepreneur for a while, I know that you kind of know what that's like. So, it was a scary decision to make, because I have a family to support. One of the ways I kind of gauge myself, wrong or right, is just my ability to support my family and take care of my family. And it's scary, not to say I won't be able to do that anymore. Again, this is where the faith walk comes in. Two angles of this faith walk for me is that my belief in God, that God has it, but also my belief in myself. And if anything, I'm gonna put all the cards on Justin, and I'm gonna roll it on Justin. And that's what I'm doing right now. Is I trust God. I have a peace that I've made the right decision, and I also have a belief in myself from my track record that I'm gonna work hard, boots on the ground to get it done. And not to say that's just automatically like, yeah, Mike, let's go. But it's scary. It's scary to do something new. I'll be 39 in May, and it's just, it's scary at this. I'm not old by any means necessary, but I'm also not in my early 20s to where I don't have any type of big responsibilities, mortgage, all this stuff, kid, school, all of that to worry about. But it's huge for me. And to say I'm not a little nervous, I would be lying. I'd be transparent. I am. Not to say it's not mornings where I'm like, man, are you sure? Are you really sure? But when that happens, I always feel his hand. And that's that peace that comes in where I feel his hand, like, I got you. I can be very, I want to say impulsive, but I can get this level of anxiety when it comes, especially when it comes to finance. I'm like, I got to do this. I got to get rid of this. I got to do this kind of adjustment. And there are some adjustments that I'm going through that I'll explain. But even with all that, just the thing of this piece of, God, we riding on this one. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, but we gonna ride on this one because I've never made this type of move in I made moves up where it was kind of a positive thing, but never a move that I'm gonna have to take a financial hit like this, just to kind of step out on faith to what hopefully will be and prayerfully, and what I'm believing will be temporarily kind of taking 3 steps back to take 20 to 30 steps forward. But I just have to be able to ride this wave. So, with that, I have to, like the YouTube thing is, I love it. I love being able to come and talk. It's a form of therapy. Like, this is a form of therapy for me, to be able to talk with you all and talk about things that I love and kind of get things off my chest. But it's also not a revenue generator for me just yet, right? So I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I do this, and it is an expense. It's a hefty expense that I pay every month for the guys to be able to edit, because of my time and all that. I don't, so I send this off to be edited. Shout out to Jordan, shout out to Dwayne, who's been on the journey with me. The graphics for YouTube, shout out to David, do that. So coordinated with all these guys, and it's been like a blessing to me to be able to be a blessing to other creatives to kind of help me along this journey. But it's not something that I can keep. It's not something that I can maintain because of the expense. So, the time to do all of it, which, I could learn. You could say, man, just learn how to edit yourself and all that. But the time, eventually maybe I'll get there. But the time right now, I just don't have it, and I won't be able to have those funds to continue forward. So it's going to put kind of again, here we go again, right, Justin? But it's going to put a back burner on YouTube for me for a while as I grow this business, as I grow my clientele, as I do these things to kind of make steps forward in this new journey for me, man, of doing something new. So, that's what's going on with me. If I would wrap this up to kind of summarize it, this is the part of the journey. I would title it Faith, man. I would title it Faith, because I am completely stepping out on faith, and as a man that tries his best to take care of his family, man who is flawed, has made some wrong choices, not even mistakes. Sometimes I make mistakes, but also just bad choices, that continues to try to improve and get better, continues to try to get closer to God and improve my faith, as continues to be comfortable with the shortcomings, not trying to get better, but not to kind of shy away from what I've done, but allow God to kind of work through different things in my life. And I'll tell you, when you've messed up enough, or when you know what forgiveness feels like, the forgiveness of God, when you know what it feels like for God to come in and be that comfort, you tend to be a lot more willing and a lot more compassionate to others that are in the same type of boat or situation, or that may have given up on themselves, that may be down on yourself right now, may feel like you're not worth it, may feel like I can't do it, may feel like you're not good enough. Went through some of that even professionally with being looked over and all. It's like, am I not good enough? I thought I was, you kind of go through all these motions of just not feeling overall worth it. Like just not feeling like I'm just not worth it. And I want to encourage you today that you are. You're very much worth it. But also encourage you not to look for your worth in other things and other people, because that'll always be, one day it'll be good, the next day it'll be bad. It's two up. But the consistent love that God has for us is where I would encourage you to dig into. Just dig into that. When people say you this, when people say you that, when it's negative things being said about you, I'm kind of going through that now in the transition, even at work and all that other stuff. It's just, you lead people, you try to be compassionate, but then the same people that you lead, the same people that say thank you and you say yes to so many times to try to help them. First time you say no, or the first thing something happens, then it's like you're the worst person in the world, right? You're this, you're not this, and you've given up, and it's just this battle in between here, these two ears that just kind of back and forth, and just kind of when you have God, He'll continue to be your peace. And I'm like, even now, I'm like, God, you gotta be my peace, you gotta be my God in this. But I'm excited for what's to come, because again, journey's kind of anything new, right? Transition when we go through that, but I'm excited about the next journey that God will take me on. So even if this gets like 2 views, I'm not doing this video to kind of, not doing it because of that, doing it for more of a sense of transparency, a sense of, thank you for following me, and this is what's going on, because it's not all my life. It's just not all a Chrysler, a Range Rover, and a Scat Pack is. That's one little small percentage, but it's so much more going on when the camera's off, when I have to be by myself, when I'm riding in the car. I was listening to They Plan on It Happening. I don't even know how I was scrolling through kind of social media and reels, and I heard that song Yet, and I was like, that sounds like a neat song. So I was on my way to work, and I put it on. Within the first 30 seconds, I just started like uncontrollably crying, and had to kind of stop like down the street from my job just to kind of get myself together, so I didn't go into work kind of, and then like, dude, your eyes is, but it just speaks to me that like God knows, I just been in that posture of, don't give up on me yet. You know what I mean? Like, thank you. I know I'm not my best, but please, please don't give up on me yet. And he has not. And telling you all, thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. It sounds like almost a goodbye, because it almost feels like that, like a maybe see you later type of thing. But I'll try to keep you updated as much as I can on my journey where I'm at. But I have it's been in go mode for studying for the test, and just trying to make sure I can take those steps. Again, I'm taking a lot of steps back financially, so trying to figure out some things there, even to kind of make sure that my family can continue to kind of do certain things that we're used to, not lavish things, but just kind of the necessary things that we have. At one point, I was in my mind kind of working on budgets. Am I gonna have to get rid of my house? I mean, it's been all this stuff internally that I've been trying to battle with and kind of do. But again, I have a peace. I have a peace. I have a peace about it. It's risky, even when you kind of tell these, because everybody has their opinion. But I have a peace about it. So again, I appreciate the love and support that you've shown to me. Continue to show. Channels not being deleted or anything like that. But we just need to pause for a while while things progress, so I can concentrate on this transition and this move. So again, shout out to everybody that's continued to help me along the way. But ultimately to you, to me, God is not done. God is not giving up on you. He's not giving up on you. And if you don't feel His hand, just take a moment, just talk to Him. Trust me, you'll feel it. You'll feel it. If you feel alone, you feel forgotten, take the time, talk to Him. He'll talk back. Until next time.